adder which will have 2 inputs and 2 outputs, sum, carry. If you take full adder, we will have 3 inputs, A, B and input carry, and output will be sum and output carry, So half adder is used for 2-bit addition, full adder is used for 3-bit addition. Now what about 4-bit addition? So I will go with 4-bit addition, for which 4-bit binary parallel adder is used. Okay, 4-bit binary parallel adder is used. Okay, and if you see in that 4 bits are there, so it will take 4 full adders. 4 bits are there. This is full adder 0, full adder 1, full adder 2 and full adder 3. We are having 4 bits in the input. So I will take this as A0 first bit, A1, A2 and then A3. Next I will take this as B0. This is B1, B2 and B3. Okay. So input carry I will apply here. Input carry. Generally input carry will be grounded. So it will be 0. Input carry will be in general it is 0. Now the output carry will be given to the next stage. And the sum will be taken out as output. So sum 1, and here again the next the carry is provided to the next stage, and here again carry is provided to the next stage. Every stage sum will be taken as output. Okay, so if we are assuming this as the first carry, this is the second carry, third carry, fourth carry, so this will be the fifth carry bit. Okay, so what I want to tell you, in 4-bit binary parallel adder, how many input bits, how many output bits are there? You know that in half adder 2 inputs and 2 outputs. In full adder 3 inputs and 2 outputs. Okay, but in binary parallel adder you have 4-bit 2 inputs are there. Okay, 4-bit 2 numbers are there, A and B. So totally 8 bits are there. Plus 1 carry bit is also there. So 4-bit binary parallel adder will have inputs 9 bits and output will be 5 bits. Okay, output is 5 bits. For some bits S0, S1, S2, these are sum. Okay, these are sum. And C5 is the carry, output carry. Okay, C5 is output, final carry bit. Okay, so in 4-bit binary parallel adder we are having 9 input bits and 5 output bits. Generally this is also available in a single IC format, and it is given by 74LS383 is the IC number. 74LS383 is the IC number. All this internal design will be available in that. Okay, now if you see, this is parallel adder. Okay, binary parallel adder. If you can also do the addition using serial adder, you can take just a serial adder. Same 4-bit addition can be done using serial adder, and in that one full adder will be present. Every time you have to allow the input serially. So A0, A1 will go first, sum and carry will come out, S0, S1 or S0, what is the name I have given for the LSB? S0. Okay, so S0 will come out first, and the carry bit will come out. Okay, so input carry is grounded, I told you. So here I have to give A0, B0 for addition. In the beginning I have to give A0, B0 for addition. Sum will come and the carry bit also will come. Okay, carry bit also will come, and input carry Ci or C0, that is grounded. Ci or C0, that is 0. C0. Grounded means 0 volts. Okay. Now what will happen? You have to give this as feedback. You have to give this as storage, and it will be supplied for the next stage. It will be supplied for the next stage like that. So next A1, B1 you have to give, and you will get the output S1. Again that carry will come as the feedback. Then A2, B2 you have to give, then S2 will come as the output. This is about serial adder. Okay. So what is the problem with the binary parallel adder? What is the problem with binary parallel adder? Disadvantages. Disadvantages. So complexity is high. In binary parallel adder, complexity is high, and the carry bit, it is taking long time. Okay, carry bit, it has to travel all the way. Okay, carry delay. Delay is more for the carry bit. Okay, every stage it has to slowly pass on and then come to the output stage. And complexity can be reduced in the serial adder. In the serial adder, we can just reduce the complexity. Reduction of complexity is there, but the delay in the carry bit cannot be done. So for that, what we will do, another adder is available. Look ahead, carry propagation order. Carry propagation order. So in that, the delay in the carry is also reduced. Delay in carry propagation, okay, is also reduced. This is another adder. This is another adder. We have many different types of adders. BCD adder is available. BCD adder is available. Okay. Then binary add subtract. Binary, same circuit will act as addition as well as subtraction. If you take one XOR gate, you give one input, then the other input you make it as control bit. X is the control bit. Okay. If you give X equal to 0, A will come as it is at the output. If you put X equal to 0, A will come as it is at the output. If you give X equal to 1, then complement, one's complement is operated. Okay. So addition or subtraction can be carried out using this binary add subtract adder. Okay. Now, what I have discussed till now, I will go with a small recall summary. I have used 4-bit binary parallel adder where the number of input bits are 9, output bits are 5 in number. It is facing the complexity issue and the carry propagation delay is there in the binary parallel adder. So the complexity can be reduced using serial adder. Okay, because one single adder is enough, one single full adder is enough, but slowly bit by bit addition only will be done. Okay, complexity of the circuit can be reduced, but the carry delay cannot be reduced. For that, we are going for look ahead carry propagation adder. Look ahead carry propagation adder, which will also do addition, and the delay in the carry propagation can be reduced. Okay, so there is a reduce in the delay of carry propagation. Okay, there are other adders, BCD adder, binary add subtract like that, and IC numbers are also available. Now I am going back with a shortcut formula and then I will solve the problem. Okay, so I will take another color. In the binary parallel adder, this is our concentration. This is our concentration, 4-bit binary parallel adder. 4-bit binary parallel adder. Okay, in order to get the sum, okay, time required, for example, each full adder, it is taking TC as the time for carry generation. Okay, TC is the time for generating carry, and T sum is the time for generating sum. Okay, this is the case in each full adder. In the entire diagram, if this condition holds good, each full adder can generate the sum in a time of T sum, and it can generate the carry in a time of TC. Then the final output, what is the time taken for final output? In 4-bit binary parallel adder. Okay, binary parallel adder, what is the time taken? For output, okay, final sum. For final sum, it is n minus 1 times the carry time plus 1 sum time. Okay, 1 sum operation plus n minus 1 times carry operation. This is the time taken for generating final sum. Okay, now coming to the final carry, time taken for generating final carry C5, n times the time taken for each carry. Okay, n times the time taken for each carry bit. The left side 2 points are very important. Now I am going to a problem. Let me see how many of you are able to solve. This is my question. We will stop with the solution of, we will see. If it is only 4:30, we will see. 1 minute. Okay. So this is the problem. You can try based on the details I have given. You can try in a 4-bit parallel adder. In a 4-bit binary parallel adder, a full adder takes 32 nanosecond to produce the sum and 10 nanosecond to produce the carry. Okay, each full adder is taking. Okay, so what is the given details? What is the given details? Each full adder. Okay, each full adder, it is taking to produce the sum. For sum generation, it is taking 32 nanoseconds. 32 nanoseconds. And then for carry generation, it is taking 10 nanoseconds. 10 nanoseconds. Okay, each full adder is taking this amount of time. Now, if you say input, okay, what is the time required to add to 4-bit binary numbers? 4-bit binary numbers. Here, two 4-bit binary numbers are given. A is nothing but A4, A3, A2, A1. This is 4-bit number. And second number is B4, B3, B2, B1. These are the two numbers we are going to add. Two numbers we have to add. Okay. Input carry is C1. C1 is input carry. Input carry is C1. Output side carry is C5. Output side carry is C5. Okay. So now, based on the formula given, time taken for generating sum. Okay. At the output, sum is nothing but n minus 1 times carry plus 1 sum operation. Okay. How much time is taken for generating the sum? N minus 1. How many full adders are there? 4 full adders. So 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 into time taken for carry generation by each full adder is 10 nanosecond plus for sum generation, each full adder is taking 32 nanoseconds. Okay. This is the time taken for generating final sum. Final sum. So 30 plus 32, 62 nanoseconds are required for generating the output sum. Output sum. Now coming to output carry. For generating output carry, what is the formula? N times the carry time. N times the time taken for generating carry. 4 full adders are there. So 4 into carry is generated in 10 nanosecond. So 40 nanosecond is required for generating C5. Okay. 40 nanosecond is required for generating C5. Output sum means S4. S4 for generating S4. Okay. And S1 will be generated after 32. Okay, 32 nanoseconds are required. 32 nanoseconds are required for generating S1, and for generating C2 10 nanoseconds are required. 10 nanoseconds are required for C2. Okay, after 10 another 32 means 10 plus 32 means after 42 nanosecond, S2 is generated. Okay, S2 is generated. This will take another 10 nanosecond. This will take another 10 nanosecond. Okay. And then like that, every carry will be generated in 10 nanosecond. Every carry will be generated in 10 nanosecond. So this is another 10 nanosecond. Within 40 nanosecond, output carry is generated. Okay. So after 40 nanosecond, so C5 is available. After 40 nanoseconds, C